Alright, so this is a trellising system for hydroponics in a high tunnel. This is a heated tunnel, so they're starting these earlier than normal. And we're using a single trellis here, and you can see there's the trellis twine just is on a hook, and you just hook it on, and you can let it out as your tomatoes grow up. But we're doing a single leader here. So each tomato has one stem. We're going to come along and take out all of the suckers. So you can see this one's a little bigger than probably what we would want to, but these are coming out right where the leaves come away from the stem. And this will become a new stem if we let it. So we're going to clip those out. And then the other thing we're going to do is to support this, we use one of these clips. And the clip actually pinches the trellis twine here. You can see it doesn't slide up and down. And we're going to clip this up as the tomato grows, make sure we're cutting those suckers out. And then at some point, we're also going to start taking the leaves off the bottom. And it depends on what you want to do. A lot of people will do it up to the first set of fruit. They'll take the leaves off. Sometimes you can leave it until a little later, until you see disease or whatever, but general practice is you would take it up to the first fruit set. So here on this plant, this would be, it would be right here is the first set of fruit. So you could take off all this below. And then once these are growing all the way to the top, you'll let some of it out. And at that point, it'll just be stem at the bottom, and you can, depending on their different systems, you can kind of slide these down so they end up, starting vertical and they kind of go more diagonal like that. Some systems will actually sort of coil the tomato down so it stays up, but different ways to do that. And then you're also going to want to make sure that your high tunnel's structure has got extra support to hold on to make sure you've got the weight-bearing capacity. This high tunnel has actually been modified so that it started out as an in-ground high tunnel. They're now using it for hydroponics. And what they do is come back in and put in supports later on, just boards underneath each bow to keep it, once these have fruit on it, it's going to be a lot heavier. So you can modify it afterwards, but if you're planning on doing it from the get-go, make sure you talk to your high tunnel manufacturer to make sure you've got that additional support that you need. One other thing I wanted to point out here is this high tunnel actually has a double layer of plastic, and that's a fan over there to inflate the two layers. So if you're heating, you definitely want to invest in the double layer. Oh, and right here, I don't know if you can see it, there's a bumblebee working this flower. So inside a high tunnel, you're going to need to do pollination. There it is. So this is a package of bumblebees that you can actually order, ship them right through the mail. You open it up, stick it in the back of the high tunnel, and bumblebees actually can handle pollination a lot better than, say, honeybees. Honeybees can't be used in a high tunnel. And that'll make sure that you've got good fruit set on all of your tomatoes.